Hey guys, it's Fabled Taco back here for another video, and in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit new. We are going to be doing a new series which I'm going to call The Things I Learned from the Last 7 Days from FortniteCompetitive, the subreddit. So we're going to go into a couple of the tips that I learned from looking at the subreddit over the past few weeks. I hope you guys like this little compilation of all the little tips, because I know a lot of the times I'll go on, see a tip in someone's video or in a post on the subreddit, and I'll get on to play later and I'll have completely forgotten the tips. So this video is just a compilation of a bunch of people's tips. Okay guys, so for the first tip, this is going to be a fix to the patch of the ability to shoot through doors. So before you could shoot through doors, and then they patched that in Season 8, but this is a workaround. This tip comes from Jerian, and so what you want to do is open the door, shoot your gun, and then do a spray paint or an emote. So I have my spray paint binded to my mouse button, but you could also bind it to caps lock or alt, just something where you can hit it pretty easily so you can get the timing down. You can also do this while reloading, but in order for you to do this, you're going to need to have 4 ammo in your shotgun, because you are going to need to reload. So it only works sometimes. So we're going to do it right here, show you fast. Right there, shot straight through the door, and enemy is going to shoot, show us what our perspective is going to look like. And you see, we just got shot straight through the door. So yeah, that's it for this first tip. On to the next one. Okay guys, so for the second tip, this is going to be from Destiny's Jesus. And in this tip, you're going to want to do this when you have your opponent in a box. So you have them in a box. What you're going to want to do is do this U-shaped edit, like this. So your opponent's probably not going to know what to do. And if there's a wall here, the only spot they can peek you in is this tiny little crevice, which I doubt they'll do, especially since they're on the other side of the ramp. So they're going to be standing right in the middle here, as they usually would. And then you're going to take this edit, go all the way to the edge, or pretty much all the way to the edge. Otherwise, when you reset it, you're just going to get pushed on top of the ramp. So you want to go pretty far to the edge, reset it, aim your crosshair on their head, reset it, and then you'll drop down right on their head, and you'll be able to get a pretty full pump shot. The only time where you might miss a little bit of damage is if you reset and their head is slightly in the stair. Then you might only be able to hit like a 190 with a blue pump. So yeah, that's okay guys, for this next tip, this is going to be one from Destiny's Jesus, and what you're going to want to do is edit a tent shape with your pyramid, and once you do this, it's going to break, and then you can take your shot directly after. So you're going to want to do this when someone is either reloading their gun or just trying to look at you to see which direction they're going. So you're probably not going to want to do this if they're paying a lot of attention. So what you're going to do is do the tent edit, you're going to edit it, and then shoot. So it's going to look like this. And did you see me very well? Okay, exactly. So from our perspective, it will look like this if we're getting shot at. So you'll be like looking, where are they going to go, where are they going to go? And they're going to do the pyramid edit. And it's going to be very hard to see because of that tent shape. And now on to our next tip. Okay guys, so for this fourth tip, this is going to be the Martoz Reverse 90. So the regular Reverse 90 Martoz has come up with is just like that. You go behind. But this leaves you pretty susceptible because your entire top half is open, and you didn't really gain any height. I mean, you could do 90s from here, but it is not really easy to go from there, and it's not really as fluent. So the Martoz Reverse 90s, you're going to start off in your double ramp, place a cone, then edit the far corner, then you're going to place a wall here, and you want to go pretty slow, because otherwise you might place this wall here, jump out, and catch yourself like that. and then you can go into 90s. So what this is gonna look like if you go fast, something like this, and then right into your 90s. Okay guys, for this 5th tip, this is gonna be another double ramping tip. So this tip is from Parallel Cnnr, and what you're gonna do is go into your double ramp, and then you're gonna wanna make sure your top ramp is above your bottom ramp like this. Pull out your edit to the side there. You're gonna walk up and then edit this, and you're gonna wanna quickly place a wall so that this ramp doesn't break, because if you don't, the ramp will just break. So you're gonna wanna walk up, jump, and place a wall there. So if you do this fast, it's gonna look something like this. And then you can go right into 90s from here. So that is all for the 5th tip, and now we're on to the 6th tip. Okay, so for the 6th tip, this is gonna be a double ramping tip. So if you're double ramping up and somehow you happen to double ramp one higher, so you're double ramping like this, what you're gonna wanna do is turn around. Make sure you still have your build out so you can edit from a far distance. Edit that piece back, but if you just edit it normally, it's gonna break. So what you're gonna wanna do is edit it like this, run up, jump, catch yourself, and make sure you place a wall there so that this ramp does not break. So if you're doing this fast pace, it's gonna look something like this. So you're gonna be double ramping, and then let's say your opponent gets your ramp in a weird position. I'll just do that to practice it. So you're gonna be double ramping, turn around, edit, and catch yourself. This is gonna be really effective because you might break down your opponent as they're walking up your ramp, because you are going one higher, so they might just walk up your ramp. And this tip is from Parallel Cnnr. Okay guys, for the last tip of the video, we're going to be going over a new 3-high version of the Thwifo cone. So the regular Thwifo cone is just like this. So it goes 2 layers up this wall and then up to the cone, but we're going to be going 3 layers high. So what you're going to want to do is just be double ramping up, then you can place 2 walls up and then a cone on top, and then you will be going 3 layers high. So if your opponent is on the other side of this, so let's say this is your box and they're on top of it by 1 layer, there's going to be a cone here, so they are going to be not able to build a ramp, losing one wall or 1 unit of height. So they're going to need to do this and jump up the cone, which means they can get jumping fatigue and possibly even miss that jump, which can give you height. So this tip can also be integrated with the last tip I gave you. So let's say you're double ramping up. You're going to want to go behind you, place a cone, then do the 3-high Thwifo cone. And you want make sure that you let go of your cone key right after you place a second cone, because otherwise you might get a placement there, and you do not want a placement there. And then you're gonna move on, and then you can use the new trick I gave you for getting out of this position and edit back and jump. So if you do this at full speed, it'll probably look something like this. Go back, make sure you're taking your time, double ramp out, turn around, and catch yourself. So this is gonna be a really effective way to get height, because if your opponent is on top of your 1x1, once again, 1 layer above, they're gonna be coned right away, or actually, no, that would be my cone. So they're going to be coned right off the bat with this cone. So they're gonna need to jump once, and then that floor was already there. They're gonna need to jump a second time over here to get up to this level. And doing this really fast might give you jumping fatigue, so you can miss that jump there if you're trying to go really fast. But if you stop and take your time, it's going to be slower, and you might get jumping fatigue, making you miss the jump. And even if you are fast enough, you might be over here, meaning that when you edit that ramp, you're gonna get knocked down, back down here, and your opponent's already gonna be up top. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if you like this new series, the things I learned from the last week from r/FortniteCompetitive, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.